Dear Pisces, it's your girl G's. I wanted to touch bases with you guys, tell you there's a lot of things, you know, that are said about zodiacs, that how it's not true, and, you know, not to really pay it no attention. But I gotta be honest and say, it holds weight. You know, it holds weight in my experience, because I realize that being a Piscean is it could be difficult if you don't know who you are. And, you know, a lot of us, we don't know who we are. We're learning who we are every day. You know, you go through a lot of humbling experiences in life to learn about yourself, to learn what you need to know about yourself, and how to protect yourself, how to love yourself, how to what foods don't agree with you. I mean, there's so many things that we don't know about ourselves that we are trying to learn, and sometimes we learn it harshly. But in the Pisces world, we think so, we're wired so differently. And I'm starting to realize that I'm so in a league of my own. Like, I'm not saying it like, oh, I'm better than somebody because I'm in a league of my own. I'm just saying I'm in a league all on my own, literally, where I have all my life have been, you know, frowned upon, looked at crazy. I done seen so many crazy looks at me, and I'll be like, damn, am I an alien? Like, am I different? Like, what? I am different. I've asked that a lot, but I know that for a fact now. And anytime I try to follow the crowd or do what everybody, it's just like I just look. When I step back and look at it all, I'll be like, what? You know, what was I doing? Because none of that makes me happy. And when you start to realize what makes you happy and what doesn't, and then you start to pick apart your whole life, you're like, well, damn, this relationship was based on this, or this relationship was based on it. And it's like just being honest and just stepping back and being real about the shit. Like, really, what was this connection about? And that goes for friends, associates, business partners, people's places, things, like anything. Like, and I feel like I'm way in, like, in this far, I'm on this different planet, and everybody else is like on another one, and they're like, they just frown upon me, or they look at me like I'm a crazy person. But it's really just an understanding that hasn't been had, you know. But it can cause you to feel alone, Pisces. Like, it could cause you to feel so alone. I don't know how many of y'all are out there going through this, or feeling like people just don't get you. And then it's like, then at that point you got to be like, well, you got to be okay with it, or else you're going to be sad and feeling lonely and depressed, because then at that point nobody wants to be around you. Like, you know, nobody wants to be around somebody sad and depressed. So but yeah, I really wanted to get on here and really touch on that, because it really, really hurts when you're feeling misunderstood. It's like most people in life, we connect because we feel like another person understands us. And Pisces people, there's a lot of people out here that really don't like you. You know, they don't like that you are who you are. and it'll go over your head. It went over my head. If I could tell let's see, I'm 38. If I could tell my 21-year-old self, they don't like you, girl. You know, they don't like you. And you gotta understand that who you are, it just rubs people wrong. And it doesn't sit well with a lot of people. And for some reason, people are going to be people, like Stevie Wonder says. And I always say, he says it the best. People are going to be people. So you can't be mad at the people. You just got to know that these people, the people, whomever these people are, they don't have your best interest, and they really don't love you, like love you. It's like a love-hate. You know, it's like a love-hate. And then that hurt that you get from that, it causes you to act crazy. And then this is where I wanted to get on here and say, like, I have had encounters with people that were harsh and hurtful and blow-ups and fights, and you know, I put myself in positions where it's like you played yourself. So Pisces, don't play yourself. It hurts worse when you play yourself. Like, don't play yourself. Don't let people do that to you. And even Pisces will do it to you. Pisces, people that are not in a good space, a happy space, they will, I'm talking about, they will really, really take you there. Like, take you in the wrong direction and have you thinking that they rock with you, and they really don't. They really don't. You know, just pay attention to just be honest about the connection. Like, be honest with yourself about how you connected with them in the first place. Just be honest about that. Like, what is the connection here? Is it a solid connection, a solid foundation? Or is it just, you know, is it some BS? You know, you gotta really weigh out and pay attention before you invest certain types of trust into people, because they're people. So they just living their life too and learning too. They don't even know sometimes. And some people, you know, they just act and do and don't think, and I've done it too. I'm not excluding myself from it. But what I'm saying is, I'm willing to say when I did it, or I did something wrong, or I shouldn't have done something. And sometimes when you're dealing with people, Pisces, you're not always going to get, you know, that chance to square it out or say whatever, you know, to pretty much clear the air. You're not going to always be able to do that. So you got to be aware of who you're dealing with, so you can avoid those times, those types of conflicts, to where you don't have to be like, damn, I got to clean this up. You know, just avoid it altogether. Like, if you see, like, don't invest, don't confide, don't do it. 'Cause it's just like, we think that people are like, the ones that are genuine, like the Pisces that are genuine, and they really not trying to be out here. Because the only reason why Pisces go left and get dark is because they can't handle the pain that another motherfucker done did to them. Because honestly, we come genuine from the door. Then, as we start getting chipped at, we start turning into the darkness, you know, and we can get real nasty and real and go left and indulge in the same behaviors that hurt us in the first place. But it takes a real strong mind to really just swallow the pill and say, you know, you just played yourself again, boy. You did it again, and you just gotta take it for what it's worth, you know, and take it for what it's worth. And then next time, when you get that next situation that looks different and shiny and pretty with diamonds glued all over it, but it's just the same thing. You're being presented with the same situation, the same exact thing. You got to recognize it, and you got to handle it in a, I'm talking about not in a ghetto, because that's what I did. I literally went left. You handled it wrong. So now you wrong. For your conscience to be clear, top off. Alright, thanks. Yeah, so yeah. You gotta pay attention to who really fuck with you. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. Whoever fuck with you, they gonna fuck with you the long way. They not gonna throw you under the bus. You know, they not gonna, and then you just sitting there like, damn, I ain't even. It's like this has happened to, I know a lot of y'all out there, Pisces, where you're just like, I'm not playing, you're not the victim all the way, because you do, you know, you have your part to play in it because you allowed this shit to be. You know what I'm saying? You let it come through, and you know that you was putting too much. You investing in something, or you confiding in a person, or you're thinking that these things are solid, but it's not bringing you the return. You know, and you feel it. You can feel the return. It's gonna feel pure and good. It's gonna feel amazing. So it just feels good, you know. And I when I say feels good, I don't want us to get confused with what feels good in a toxic way mixed with the pure way. I mean, there's a toxic way of feeling good, but you know in the back of your mind, like, but you just gotta pay attention, because people are so cruel, Pisces, and they just don't even care. They just throw you like, I'm talking about, boy, you be looking like, what? Like, they be the ones, like, purity throw you like literally in your face, know they doing you dirty, and still gonna hold on to that because they think they gotta protect themselves over you. So, you know, it's every man for themselves at the end of the day. But God, I'm talking about, since it's every man for himself, Pisces, stop being so loving, stop being so understanding, and like she said, La La Land. Quit being in La La Land, because you really love hard, and you show that, and you do it to the wrong people. And then each time you do it, each time you take that back, you know, each time that happens, it's like, oh, geez. So it's chipping off another piece. You know, it takes everything in you to pick yourself back up and say, you know, I'm gonna still be who I am. And even like there's things that we go through, Pisces, it can change you, and you don't want it to do that. You want to still be lighthearted and happy and sweet and thoughtful, and be that girl or that man that you are, getting back to that person. Because even as me growing up, me falling out with people and fussing and fighting all the time, I grew up like that, like fighting like they say, all my life I had to fight. I grew up that way. So and half the time, I'm not a victim. I'm not saying I don't contribute to any of the fights or I don't show my ass. I've showed my ass plenty of times, but it's always in result of me not being able to manage my emotions correctly. And I'm still having that problem at this age. And I want to share that with you because I know it's somebody else out here that is going through it. Like, and I want you to know, like, we gotta stop it. Like, I'm trying to face my shit, and that's why I'm on here. You know, I'm just trying to face my stuff, and then hopefully my stuff can, you be like, well, damn, that's how I'm feeling, and then I can help make you want to, you know, change these things, because no matter how bad you get done, there's still a part you played. You know, no matter how much you feel like, and all you can do is try to make it right. And then if that person or those people are still wanting to play like this game, you know, then you gotta let them do that. Because, I mean, what can you do? You can't force others to be a certain way. Pisces, you cannot do that. We are controlling. You cannot control how other people view you, think about you, how they feel, how they want to act towards you, how they want to treat you. All you could do is realize, okay, is this fitting in my life? You know, is this fitting? Because we get so heartbroken. We so crazy. We'll be not done wrong and still, we'll be done wrong and we'll still be like, oh, I'm sorry. We be apologizing for stuff and we ain't even do nothing. Like, what is that? Like, I hope this. Oh, I think it popped. But yeah, we be apologizing. We ain't even do nothing. Because we're genuine people. Like, we got some stuff with us. I know people love to talk about our stuff. But I'm not speaking of the dark Pisces, like the phony ones, the ones that's off the chain and let life beat them up and drag them, and now they nasty too. Like, I done got beat the fuck up and I got drugged, but I'm not finna be, I don't want to be nasty. Like, I be telling people, man, I can't tell you how many conversations that I had with people, and they're telling me, well, you got to do this. And you got to play the game this way. And you got to play, like I went on the show and they was talking about when players get played. I'm not a player. But I'm like, damn, since I'm in this world of players and this world of people that want to play people and lie and cheat and play games and break people up and just lie. Like, what? I mean, since I'm in this world, now I got to figure out how I gotta navigate. And that's the thing, like, my sister tells me all the time, like, you have to, she's like, well, you gotta, you know, she just wants me to be this way, and I'm like, I'm not, but this is not how I am. I could get real cutthroat and off the chain, but I do that. Again, I'm trying to not do that anymore, you know, because I don't want to feel defeated. Like, I wasn't in control of my emotions at all. So being that I'm not in control, and I know that, I have to make, you know, I have to take certain precautions and understand, Pisces. We got to understand that we got to peep it. Like, we just got to peep it. And when we peep it, not doubt it, because we always peep. But we don't, then we doubt it. Like, oh, well, no, they're being so nice. Or, oh, that shit don't mean nothing. Okay? They're lying. Until they show you who they really are. And usually situations that come up show you who the people really are. You know, it reveals to you. It takes the mask off of who they really are to you. Because, not saying they purposely wearing a mask or they walking around with a mask on, like, on purpose, but they probably, like, love you or think they love you. I don't have people, I love you, and Child, when it come down to showing that shit, it's like, what? In a situation, they will drop the fucking dime on your... I'm talking about totally flip on you. And you be sitting there with your mouth on the floor trying to pick it up and figure out... You sitting here like, now, how in the hell did this happen? You sitting there... Pisces, the people, especially people that ain't Pisces, and the people that aren't. If you a Pisces and you going through and you all over the place, you'll burn us too. But I'm talking about if you a Pisces and you a light worker, you a happy Pisces, and you really are genuine to the core, to the heart, where you're not trying to play people and trying to be one up on people and always have the... Hey, yeah, top off.
Top off, A3.
So yeah, I just think that, you know, there's a lot of things that go unsaid, and I feel me personally, I'm feeling alone as far as Pisces go. Like, I be feeling like, am I the only one that thinks this way? And I wanted to know, is there anybody else out there like that feels like you're trying to, even after you've been hurt, you still trying to stick your big toe in the water, and the people like, the water is good, it's clean, come on, yeah. And then you go to start stepping in, you sitting down, you waiting right now, you know, and it's just like, the water is fucking you up, it's poisoning. It's got you in your head, it's like all of a sudden you're not happy. And you're like, what changed? But you're not, you know what's up, but you're doubting yourself. So don't do that. You know, don't do that, Pisces. We got to stop. And we got to really take the time out to really see what's going on. And really, you know, and be in control at the same time. You know, don't lose control. Don't jump to conclusions, you know. Just be in control and watch and keep your distance, because, you know, it's okay. You don't have to let people in right away. It takes time to show people. And with Pisces, we just like, ooh, it feels so good. Let's jump right in. You know, the water feel good right now, but sometimes it might not be what's best for you. You know, you got to pay attention. And people, the thing about people, and this is a true thing, people, their family or their friends, if you see how their family and their friends are and how they think, you got to remember that's their circle. You know what I'm saying? So people are a reflection of who they have around them. And if you see some things, you know, you got to remember that, and these are the very people they're going to go talk to or ask for advice about you or whatever situation y'all are in. So you got to remember, like, how do you feel about the whole thing, you know, as a whole? Because that plays a major part, you know, because they're going to be giving them advice on that, on whatever's in that situation. So you got to think, who are these people, you know? But Pisces, we don't practice a lot of discernment. We're very like free and free spirited, and we just be like, yes, and just do it. And it's like people take advantage of that, and they think this is just like, it's a lot of things people think, but you can't worry about what they think. You just gotta be like on point, you know, protecting yourself, but still being able to be you, and which is a beautiful flower. You're so, like, we're such lights. We're butterflies. We, you know, we love hard. We just want to be in a space and be around people that we trust and that we know that love us, you know. I've even been in situations where I know I'm around people that I trust, that I love, that I know love me, and I still would doubt or feel like maybe they're coming for me, or maybe they're, because of the hurt. So you have to be out of that. You got to make sure you're healing correctly and stuff like that. And I I know that we can think we're good, and then sometimes you go back and you're like, nah, I'm not good, because you're being faced with things, you know. That's how you know if you learned or not. You're not gonna go through something and not be challenged on that same thing, and then see if you've gotten it. I mean, it's just what it is. And then when I've been faced with a second challenge and I didn't pass that thing, I would feel so bad and beat myself up. I don't know if it's any other Pisces out here like that, where you be like, you be like, what? Like, I just did this again. Or when, like, my friend told me, he was like, man, I feel defeated, because sometimes when you react in the same way you used to react when you was younger or something, it can make you feel crazy, because you feel like you've been working on yourself and you've been doing this and that, and it's like, man, you still there. You still on that level, and you got to fix it. It's like when they tell you got to take the test over. Man, how did that feel? It feels crazy. It's like, man, I don't want to take this test over. But you ain't passed. You know? So I'm signing out, Pisces. Until next time, I wish you peace, health, wealth, and the time to enjoy them all. I love y'all so much. And if ain't nobody else gonna love you, make sure you love yourself. Don't worry about who love you. Make sure you do.